Bro, I say, one day we take a picture.
Waters? Oh, yeah.
We take a picture with no clothes on. Like, we'll have, like, like underwear or something. But then we'll edit the underwears off. And we'll put the eggplant emoji.
We're not even talking about this. This shit is not on the Spooncast topic.
This is not approved by the Spoonfuls Council.
My name is Jay, and I do not.
What's up in the web? It's me, Andy, aka Android, and welcome to episode number 11 of the Spooncast. Where 3 or more of your fellow spoons come together to discuss any topics ranging from games, movies, and anything nerd culture. Joining me today, to my left, D. Wayne. The D stands for
Drinker. You can see my Heineken right here. There's my Heineken. Stop.
And to his left, back again, the Puerto Rican Badger.
Back from the dead.
Because the Puerto Rican Badger doesn't give a shit.
He sure does not. And to his left, of course, all day, Jay, the party people.
Party people.
Party people. And sing.
All right, guys. Well, as we've been doing for this top of the podcast, Game of Thrones is on the televisions.
It is on the televisions.
Taking over
The television.
It is taking over the televisions. And you three watch it. I do not.
Bastard.
Discuss.
See, one of these days, you just got to come on the podcast and start talking about Game of Thrones.
Just
Just
watch
watch one
one
episode.
Just one.
GOT. I don't get it.
Bro, they go together like peanut butters and strippers, bro. You know, you got Game of Thrones.
Gasoline and cigarettes.
Bro, you got Game of Thrones, and then after Game of Thrones, you got Rick and Morty, and then you got just enough time to get yourself together to watch Rick and Morty after you watch Game of Thrones. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I watch Game of Thrones and then, bam, when it finishes, I'm like, and then I can get myself together. Then when Rick and Morty comes back around, I go ape shit again.
To watch. Yeah. So that is what you do.
That is what you do. Well, that's what I do. I don't know about you, because you don't watch Game of Thrones. But anywho, bro, Game of Thrones. Now, my fellow spoons, what do you guys think about these last 2 episodes?
Okay, let's go back to not last episode, but the episode before that. It was so fun. Whoa! It was pretty fucking awesome, though. Can't even lie. Waiting 2 weeks to talk about this episode, nigga. We going in on this episode. All right, let's go.
All right.
Heard.
That shit was fucking awesome.
Bro, so yeah.
Let's go from the beginning.
Alright, so how do you feel when Daenerys Stormborn, of course, the mother of dragons, aka the freer, or the breaker of chains, and the freer of slaves, and the
breaker of chains.
He said that.
the hardener of boners, because every time I see her, I get a harder boner. I don't know what y'all.
Especially when we went to Comic-Con that
Oh,
year,
Jesus
bro.
Christ, Comic-Con
2014.
2015. Oh, it's 14? Oh, 2014. Listen, right
I
now,
haven't seen it.
Daenerys, the girl that was cosplaying as Daenerys in 2014 Comic-Con,
That ass,
if
bro.
you're watching, I want to pour honey on your ass and play Hungry Bear for about a week, bitch. You and your dragons, ho. I want to show you my Dracarys. Shout out to your fat ass. Anywho, moving right along. So how did you guys feel when you guys saw Daenerys meet Jon Snow for the first time?
Oh man, that's the thing about the season is as we talked about. I don't know if we talked about it on last podcast, but everything was coming like pretty quick.
Yeah, it is.
But you know what? Yes, it's coming out pretty quick, but at the same time, there's a satisfaction to it because we've been waiting for these things to come for a long time.
Years.
And yes, everyone talked about exactly it's been built up for a long time, and everyone's saying it's going too fast and this and that. But I feel like you could get away with it a little bit because now there's a satisfaction to it, and everyone's really looking forward to these things. The interaction, the whole thing with the bending knee, bro. I love that scene was
That's your stuck life.
I loved it, bro.
That's your stuck life.
I think it was not going to bend down.
I swear I was like, he's probably just going to bend the knee. But when he did, I was like, I hope he doesn't, but he's going to do it.
Yeah.
You know, he's going to do whatever. But when he didn't, I was like,
He gave a speech talking about how he went there trusting a stranger.
yeah.
that whole speech, I think that was in last week's episode.
Yeah, it was
That
that
was
last
last
week's episode.
When he's like, you know, I came here trusting you not to like kill me, and you know, all the people that follow me told me not to go, and I came anyway, and blah blah blah. Like, bro, like that shit was awesome. And the part where one thing that I'm not liking is Daenerys, the episode before last, not this last one. Her acting was mad stiff. Like the part when he's like, they're talking about the figure of speech.
Oh
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? She's like, when she goes to Tyrion, you told me you like this man. And he's like, I do. You know what I'm saying? And that whole scene, like, she felt like she was acting mad stiff. Like, my boner. You know what I'm saying? Every time I see her, I swear to God, bro. But anyway, moving right along. Forget about my fantasies of me fucking her and her dragon. That's irrelevant right now.
Maybe we should add that to the Spooncast.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's the mother of dragons. I'm the father of tunas. I write tunas.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because they're like the motorcycles of the sea. But that I'm you know.
That's for another day.
That's definitely for another
Back to
day.
Game of Thrones.
Back to Game of Thrones. So one thing that I like, there's a couple things I like and don't like. Like, I like how they're going now into Jon Snow's heritage. You know what I'm saying? Like, last episode, Gilly was reading and she's like, oh, you know, Rhaegar Targaryen had an annulment, you know what I'm saying? Blah, 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 blah.
but he married somebody right after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, but the whole thing, like, me, I like Jon Snow as a bastard. My whole life, I've liked the underdog, and I've always rooted for the underdog just because I felt like I was underdog.
I think that's America is like that. They always root for the underdog.
But I feel like legitimizing him just takes away from everything. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's just the way I feel. It's like, now that he's not a bastard, you know what I'm saying? It's like, fuck. The whole fight with fucking, what's his name? Ramsay Bolton. They called it the Battle of the Bastards. No, man. This is the Battle of a Targaryen fucking up a bastard. You know what I'm saying? Because in all honesty, none of them were bastards. I don't know what they call that. The Battle of the Bastards. Bruce Bolton made Ramsay a legit Bolton. You guys remember that or not?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's another.
But that was by the taco though. Like, nothing to.
Yeah, that's true. But still, bro, like, I don't even know how to feel about what's gonna happen this next episode. The way last episode ended, with them just going into the north trying to catch a White Walker to take him down.
I'm curious how that's gonna be. It looks really good.
Yeah.
I would say like every episode with featuring a White Walker, or especially if it's an episode like that's mainly featuring a White Walker, like they're gonna steal the season. Like I feel like they've done it with every season. If I'm not mistaken, with every scene with the White Walker, they've stolen that scene or that scene. Like especially last season. I'm pretty sure it's last season.
Yeah, you love that. You said it's your favorite.
Oh,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
between
When they went
that-
to Hardhome?
Yes, between
Oh,
that
Lord.
episode and episode 4 of this season, with
Dragon?
with the Starks reuniting, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
the whole meeting with Jon Snow and Khaleesi, and then you had Khaleesi going down on Jaime, and then that whole
Khaleesi went down on Jamie?
No. It's not happening.
Oh, Cersei went down on
Cersei.
Jamie.
No,
Cersei.
not when she went the dragons to take out Jaime's.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Oh, okay.
Come on now. I know Game of Thrones is heavy sexualized and everything.
Still, I ain't gonna lie.
I'm like, where the fuck did you went down on Jamie?
I watched Game of Thrones. I
I thought she would have went down on Jon Snow's bone
I was
first.
like, what are you talking about?
We're in case
Look
we're
at
extra
Dragon.
for the explicit version.
He was watching Game of Bones.
How much do you pay for that?
With explicity is like an additional $3.99.
Bird.
I knew it.
Tree fitted.
He's got the boner package over
It's hard to get.
How did you guys feel when you at the beginning of the episode when you guys saw
Which episode?
Braun, the last episode they just went by, episode 5, when you saw Braun pulling out Jamie out of the water?
I was like, they should have been went in a little more in depth of how they got him out, because he had that suit on, which is like heavy. I thought I'm like, yo, they didn't even show how he pulled him out.
I thought his fake hand would like just kept him down. You know, I thought he had like get rid of his hands and like swim back up. Yo, that shit, his hand got fucked, right? Like a mirror.
Yeah, it's like that armor. So how do you get him out of the water?
Yeah.
Which is what I was thinking, but I'm like, I didn't try to dwell on it, but I thought.
I don't know, man. It's Game of Thrones.
They're going very fast right now. They're going very fast right now.
Let me ask you a question. How about with the whole Arya and Littlefinger scenario? How do you feel about that? Do you feel that Littlefinger's leading her on? Because me, I'm like in two different fields with this.
No,
like,
Littlefinger's setting her up.
I feel like Littlefinger's setting her up to fight with Sansa, but at the same time, with everything that Arya knows and the way she is, you know, and she learned how to be an assassin and all that. Maybe she's playing stupid, you know, and letting him think that he's doing, you know, his underhanded shit, but she's really like right there with him, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's a possibility.
Because she's always been on top of Littlefinger.
Oh yeah,
She's always been on him. So I don't know why she would fall for this now. She's got to be smarter than that.
yeah.
And with her ability to like transform to like different people
Yeah.
and make them pretty even, like she has that over her as her advantage. So you know, like for me, I think it could swing her way easily unless Littlefinger knows something we don't, or like, you know, he's smarter than he's leading on. We'll see.
It wouldn't surprise me if she popped up as Sansa Stark.
That's what I was thinking. That she'll probably mimic her sister some way, somehow.
I don't think so.
I mean, there's a tension between Sansa and Arya based on the last episode.
That's another thing I was gonna get into next. I feel like that's redundant. Like, okay, I don't care how I've met a lot of like siblings that have sibling rivalries, but at the end of the day, they still love each other.
Yeah.
And if they're away from each other or think that something fatal happened to one another, they'll be genuinely worried. So when she saw Sansa, she's like showing a little bit happy when Sansa saw her in the crypt, and they start talking. So they're talking normal, like, you know, like they're glad that they're still alive, but at the same time, what's her name? Arya was throwing jabs at her, like, oh, do I have to call you Lady Stark and stuff like that? Like, why is she acting so catty? Like, you just ran into your sister that you haven't seen for years, and that's how you're gonna act.
I don't know what it is being catty. I know it's like in Game of Thrones, you gotta be somewhat formal, like, you know.
I think she. I don't think Arya likes that type of stuff. I think
No,
she's
she
just
don't.
saying,
Yeah.
So, you can definitely get that feel from her.
Yeah, like she's just like she doesn't. I mean, look at
But you get more of that feel from the last episode, though, when she says, like, when she tells Sansa, like, this is our parents' or mother's bedroom, something like that. And, like, you know, this type of stuff, you like nice things ever since you were little. And stuff like that. And, you know, Arya, she's detracted from all that.
Yeah,
so,
she's the opposite of that. She, you know. So you can see, there's.
But I think the tension usually comes from is, like, when Arya walked in the meeting with Sansa and make it seem like Sansa is trying to dethrone Jon Snow while he's away.
Which she probably is.
I mean, would it be surprising?
I don't think she is, because she didn't say it. She,
I mean, something doesn't have to be said. Something can be like implied.
I feel like her, she doesn't mind Jon ruling,
She just thinks he made the wrong decision.
but she feels like since, you know, he's not married and he's not like a legit Stark, that she should have some kind of input. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a full Stark. That's how I feel. Like, she feels like, because she doesn't know more than they do. What I felt she knew more about was about Ramsay. Like, she knew everything about Ramsay. So when it came to the Battle of the Bastards and all that whole war and how to take Winterfell back, I felt like, yeah, her input would have been valid then. But now the other shit she knows nothing about, and she still wants to be in the mix. That's what I feel like. She just wants to, like, I guess.
Also, like, if you think about it, if you consider what Sansa's, like, what her what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember. It's like
Naked pussy.
no. It's a
Pussy?
throughout the season, she's been around like certain characters like Cersei and Ramsay.
Yeah.
Where I feel like some of their not negativity, but like their
Ways.
is rubbing off of her.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like you know, Jon Snow picks up after like the Night's Watch kind of type deal, and then Arya picking up, you know, who she's been around. So I feel like
Some of their habits are rubbing off.
I feel like Sansa is like interchanneling those type of ways.
I got you. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you could definitely.
But it's kind of like leading by example. That's the example she's had. how to be conniving, sneaky, backstabbing.
Yeah, like from like season 1 or 2, something like ever
Yeah.
since then, you know.
Yeah.
It's always been like that. That's what she's been around.
So that's what she's grown up around that.
I think
So
she's
she
doing
doesn't
that.
really know.
She never really left the Winterfell, has she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean she didn't use Winterfell? She was a fucking King's
Oh no, I'm thinking
Landing.
about King's Landing. I'm tripping. Yeah, but like she's been around like those type of people. Like Arya,
Yeah.
she's been out there doing shit.
I
Jon
don't
Snow's
know
been
about
out
her,
there
but
doing shit.
she was basically raised there, wasn't she? Because
Yeah.
she went there when she was.
Yeah, like
13.
she's been
In the
around
book.
a lot of political people. Now I would
Yeah.
say like that. She's been around a lot of political people.
Yeah, she was with Trump last week.
And-
Trump is the
and don't
next
forget
king.
about she was married to Lannister, Tyrion Lannister.
She was
And
married
like,
to a bunch of people.
yeah, so and these guys are like, I mean, look at him.
Yeah.
Conniving. He's actually pretty bright.
What was it? The episode, I think it's the episode 4? When Jon
Best
Snow
episode of the
first.
season.
Yeah, episode 4, when Jon Snow.
Jon
Sorry, I got a Puerto Rican accent.
Jon Snow.
You sounded like what's his name? What's the guy's
when
name?
when Juan Nieves.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
When Jon Snow first got to Dragonstone, how everybody just kept checking on his bullshit. I think that was an A-last episode, bro. Because he's like, oh, like when he was talking to Daenerys Stormborn, he's like, oh, a wise man once
Yeah, that's
said,
exactly.
and she's like, did a wise man really said that? Who said, like who said that?
I do remember that.
And then she's like, "Are you trying to pass off like not like what you're saying as knowledge from before?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like.
And then that was one. Jon Snow at another part was like, he's like, "Oh, you guys took my ship." He's like, "Well, we wouldn't. I don't want to say we took your ship. Oh, you don't want to let me go? Well, I don't want to say we're not gonna." It's like, listen, I'm not here to play word games with you. Like when he like checked him, he got checked like 4 times in that episode. I was like, no, like so it's like his bullshit, not bullshit, because he's like he ties in like G shit, like real stuff, with what he wants to do to try to manipulate a certain outcome, So when he sees now that that's just not happening with Daenerys and everybody else around.
Yeah, it's getting harder for him because he's in a
Yeah.
bad situation. It's getting harder for him to kind of, put
Set
his
up
control,
or push
exert
his agenda.
yeah, on it's coming like you can see it like it's coming.
But
to a head.
Daenerys is surrounded by some pretty bright minds.
Yeah.
You got,
Yeah, she is.
Tyrion and Ramsay.
But it's getting harder for him to push
But this is the thing,
his
though.
agenda on.
Everybody, like I've noticed that everybody that comes out of Essos or has been in Essos, like in that side of the world, like they keep it real, like they keep it G, like blah blah blah. They talk to us some real nigga shit, like blah 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 blah, 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 and that's that. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to people from Westeros, they beat around the bush, they connive, they lie, they set certain things up to
like the
make it-
Hound.
Yeah, I want to think the Hound. The Hound.
Hound gets to the point.
He gets
Speaking
to the
of
point.
which, the ending of last episode with the Hound when he came back, and they got Jon Snow, and they had all these people coming just for the next episode. That shit is so fucking hype, bro.
Yeah.
That shit is so fucking.
Because
hype.
they got warriors looking.
No, the way last episode finished was retardo. That shit was retardo for now.
It just went like they were just going to catch a white wolf.
Yeah. Oh my god, bro.
So, what was your favorite episode so far? 4. You said 4.
Episode 4.
And the
I
dragon.
think 5. Episode 4 was awesome, but 5
I would say like
political. I like the more intricacy and politicalness of it. And then the part when Jamie went to tell Cersei about what he saw, he experienced.
with the dragon.
Oh, yeah.
That
Dude.
shit felt so satisfying.
Dude, that was so hard to be like. I was just like, I can breathe, because he's like,
That's a satisfying moment for like a lot of viewers.
Yeah.
Because people, I don't think, because we were waiting for like, for example, like we were talking about all these people meet. Jaime finally met Daenerys on a battlefield with a dragon, singular, and then he goes back to Cersei to explain what happened. And like now they grasp the concept of like how powerful like she is currently.
Yeah.
You know, like again, like when people meet now, it's finally happened. Like that, I think that's what's really, really satisfying. And he's really trying to drill it to Cersei, like, hey yo, we cannot win.
Yeah,
we cannot win.
Yeah.
She did all the damage with the Dothraki.
bro.
Only killed for sport, by the way.
Bro,
And then with only one dragon, did all that damage.
dude, the way he explained that the Rocky was retarded. He's like, they killed the Hughes for sport. They don't fight like no army I've ever seen. Like he just went on like kind of like them niggas was like ill.
Yeah.
And supposedly the Lannisters have the baddest army. You know what I'm saying? So
They killed them easy. It was
Bro.
nothing.
But one thing is having like an army that what we think of as an army, like like that have all these rules, this and that.
These
And
guys are
people like
savages.
you're saying, if you're saying they come for sport, then
Yeah, they're like
and like
savage.
guerrilla warfare is like
and I quote, in a South Rocky party, if there's not at least 3 murders, it's a dull event. Quote. That's a quote right there, bro.
But you can take a look at Vietnam and see
That's what he's from.
No, it's not.
you
Damn.
got these U.S. soldiers.
I want to get this shit straight, man. I want to get this shit straight, bro. I'm not even from that side of the world to begin with. All right.
Oh, this guy's a jerk, man. A first class jerk. That's where he's from.
That's why he's a Puerto Rican badger.
Fucking bastard.
Puerto Rican bastard.
I want you out of distinction,
I
man.
don't give a shit.
Fuck, I forgot
Oh,
what to say.
this guy is crazy.
Something about Vietnam?
Oh no, it's about the armies actually.
The Vietnam Army?
Shut the fuck up, man. Damn.
He was actually talking about the army of Vietnam. He's comparing the army with the Rocky.
Oh, yeah, continue what you were saying before we got really interrupted by this fool.
That's my point. Like the reason why we didn't win in Vietnam is because
The Vietnam Army, bro. That's some savages.
Yeah.
They got horses.
it wasn't even an army. It was just the farmers and stuff. Like it was guerrilla warfare. Like
Damn, we could have
They
been
just-
farmers.
they just
No.
knew the land and the area, and that's it. That's
They were full of the
Shout
fights
out
out
to
there.
the
They were
Vietnamese farmers.
they were no joke.
they're willing to do anything it takes, and
Yeah, I would too. Somebody try to steal my goat.
all right.
We gotta go to the next segment. Sorry.
So
Moving right along.
I was gonna say like Cersei's army technically would have to been blocked because they're like they mentioned
Yeah.
about her banks or whatever. Like if they don't have that, they don't have allies as opposed to Khaleesi, who
They
her
got
allies.
shit.
Her allies are based off of trust and like
And
like,
financial.
Oh, I would say financial. There's like
There's more
common
trust.
level. There's more trust. As Cersei, like if she doesn't have bank, she ain't got no army.
Yeah.
The only part of
Oh, no, you're talking
Khaleesi's
about
army.
Khaleesi's army.
Yeah, the
Oh,
only
yeah.
the only part of Khaleesi's
Cersei.
army that needs to get paid are the second sons, and the second sons stay back in Marine.
Yeah,
You know what
I
I'm
thought you
saying?
were talking about Cersei's army.
Everybody that's there with Khaleesi now is out of pure heart.
Yeah,
like
they
out of
want
pure,
to be there.
Let's
Exactly.
go. Exactly. So those people will give you 110% before, everybody else.
And the Lannisters, their army just fought the Dothraki. That's mine, the Unsullied. Like that's a whole different subject. Because she's getting more allies, or she was getting more allies until Cersei like cut them off. But that's
No,
what I think.
they took some of those soldiers in the last episode. She made them join her, but there wasn't that many left because they all got burnt up. But
Yeah, I mean, but the people that joined her was the Tarleys,
yeah,
and the Tarleys just got distracted. So the only Tarly alive, like male Tarly, that just heir to is Sam, and Sam's thug life, bro. That nigga, bro.
he's like, yo, I'm out of here.
He's like, I'm tired of reading about greater men's achievements.
Yeah.
Oh man, that nigga.
That was a great line.
That dude is thug. Like he's coming through. His dad fucked up and treating him the way he did. Poor fat Tarly.
Well,
But he has one thing over everybody, and he's the only one to kill a White Walker
Yeah.
to this day.
No,
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow killed the White Walker.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
He killed the commander.
Okay.
He killed Commander White.
But whatever, he's one of 2 people. So
He's the first one to
He's
kill
the
a Walker.
first.
No, we don't.
Yeah, because apparently they were around before. I'm sure they had to do something to stop them.
I'd want to know if they're going to succeed in actually bringing in this White Walker.
No, they're not.
Whether-
Bro, I forgot to tell you. I already saw next week's episode.
They leaked it.
They leaked
I
it,
just
bro.
told them that earlier today.
And this is the thing, though.
Don't tell me about it.
I'm not gonna tell. I'm pissed. I'm pissed that I saw what I saw. Cause what I saw.
Don't tell me,
Why
man.
No, I'm gonna say what I saw. But I'm just gonna explain what I saw, but not telling you.
Yeah, no. Listen.
I'm going through Facebook like this, and I see
Blankety
the
blank.
Night King. And I'm like, oh, he look cool. And I thought it was a meme because he had like this weird. He normally makes no facial expression. He got this facial expression on. I was like, look at you, what you doing there, bro? So then this nigga goes and does something.
Yo, can we not talk about that? Because we don't.
Be quiet.
We don't want to.
He
have
does
no
something, and then when he does that thing, the other thing happens, and I'm like, no. So then I figured out that they leaked it.
So you went from a stoic face to a mean mugging face, and that's what got you mad.
No, not even a mean mug. He had a face like he knew what he was doing.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
the change of facial expression is
Yeah,
basically
exactly.
got you mad.
Like I'm like,
Alright,
what?
cool.
No, but at first I thought it was like you know how like they like make memes.
Yeah,
and focus. So I thought it was a meme, and then when he made that face, I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be funny. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was a meme. He's a blank expression. So when he made an expression, I thought it was somebody like doing something funny to make a meme.
Photoshop.
Nah, bro, the fucking episode just fucking started. I was like, bitch. And then I tell my wife, babe, this just happened. She's like, I know, I just saw like half of it. I said,
What? Yeah, my boy sent me a message yesterday and said it leaked
no, but you want to know why, right?
because of that hack.
They hacked the shit out of them.
I guess they thought they was playing.
Yeah. And the money that they're asking is not a lot of money.
What's the ransom?
It's like
It wasn't
a couple 100,000.
Yeah.
Not even. Yeah, like exactly. Out of HBO, if you tell them a couple 100,000, that's just insulting. I would go for a couple million, but they went for a couple 100,000. I don't think it was.
And they were thinking like they didn't really have that much, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I guess they did because they leaked another one.
Well, I think that's enough of the old Game of Thrones.
Okay, what the
Moving on
I feel like you
to
get so much detail.
more.
Yeah, there's still a lot. In
There's
there.
a lot to dig into, but
Oh, yeah.
Speaking
Since you wanna be,
of shows that have a lot to dig into, Rick and Morty is back.
sorry
guys.
no info.
Rick and Morty is back.
Or like we like to call him, Ricardo y Morty.
Mortinero Sanchez.
Morty.
Dinero.
So yeah, Lou, Rick and Morty is back.
Stronger than ever.
Bro, this last episode, I liked it. It was funny. And what they parodied was amazing, but it didn't really rasp my berries. to
Really?
be honest with you. Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the episode, the Pickle Rick episode.
Oh
way
my
better.
god! All right, so let's talk about
Pickle Rick!
Let's talk about Pickle Rick then.
Let's talk about Pickle Rick.
Dude,
I don't want to talk about Rick's pickles.
we'll do that off the podcast. So one thing I loved about it is that Rick turns himself into a pickle
He does.
to get himself out of a pickle, but then gets himself into a bigger pickle.
And then into a rat.
Into a what?
Now, when you say
Oh,
pickle, you
rat.
talk about a little pickle, or they say pickle into a problem. You know, I
No,
got
like,
into a pickle.
He turned himself into a literal pickle.
Yeah, okay, I know, I get that part. Just to get him out of the pickle.
No. Just because he can. Let's keep it real. He
But-
says it. Look, if anyone could turn themselves into a pickle, which they can't, but if they could, the only reason they'll turn themselves into a pickle is just because they can.
But
As
he did it to get out of a pickle.
He did.
So when you say that, you talk about like a problem, right? That's what I meant. Right.
No,
Okay.
it wasn't a problem. It's just he didn't
He
want to
didn't
go
wanna
to
do
counseling.
You didn't want to go to
So he turned
counseling.
himself to a pickle.
Counseling?
Yes.
I'd be in a pickle if I was a counselor.
So he turned himself into a pickle. He set a timer and attached the time for 10 minutes. Attached the timer to a scissors, and in between the scissors was a string. They would drop a needle. They would inject them with the serum. That would turn them back to human, Rick. But that all went down the drain.
Literally.
Literally.
And then
And
he was
then-
stuck in a pickle.
He was stuck in a
literally.
pickle.
And then he got himself out of that pickle, literally, and then got himself into a bigger pickle, literally, with Shagwar.
I followed all that until you said Shagwar. Sorry, my mic is on this way. I'm talking.
Yeah. I don't know what Jaguar is either.
Jaguar?
That's a Jaguar.
It's Jaguar.
It's Jaguar.
Like a Jaguar?
Like a Jaguar car.
No,
So-
it's a guy named Jaguar because he's a killer. Danny Trejo played Jaguar.
When you
No
said
way.
when you said Shagwar, I thought of Austin Powers. But
So they were doing like this parody of like the old '80s films where it's like the typical like Russian villain and like like the Rambo type like hero soldier. That's what they were doing a parody of. And I love too that when all of this happened in the end, and they get out of the big pickle they were in, and then he's explaining to him that that he's gone through different dimensions and he has all these different daughters and everything. And the only reason Jaguar does this is for his daughter.
Yeah.
And he's like, so does that mean I have infinite amounts of
No. Only I have infinite daughters. You know.
He did not want to open that.
And his daughter had like died or something. And he loved his daughter, and he's like, he seems so hopeful. He went from like a hardcore killer to like the most. So do I have infinite daughters? He goes, no. Just me, not you. It's like, oh, okay.
But yeah, dude, that was by far probably the best episode so far.
That was a good one. But one thing I did like about the Vindicators was that Rick is the ultimate evil. I don't know if you saw that, but he is the ultimate evil. Rick,
ultimate
drunk
douchebag,
and the ultimate fucking douchebag. Drunk as shit, like he's like blackout drunk because he don't remember it. He went and defeated like the Thanos version.
So yeah, this episode, The Vindicators, was basically a parody of the Avengers.
I was what I was saying.
Or Guardians of the Galaxy, or like the superhero
mashup.
Yeah,
like a team up to go take care of a greater evil. So they had this guy called World Ender, and
he's like a Thanos.
Yeah,
sounds original.
And he's supposed to like end the world, and everybody's like, "Oh my god!" And out of nowhere, like they just wake up and go try to kill him. And he's already dead. He's like,
he's already
his
dead.
guts sticking out, and then like
it turns
a
out
board comes up, and he just turned the whole movie into Saw.
It turns out Rick had already come through the night before, drunk as hell, destroyed the this world ender, and then devised his own evil plan to get them out, because this whole point he's like, this is all stupid, this whole thing is stupid. So to prove to them that all of this is stupid, he then devises this evil plan to get them, that they have to try to figure out basically a la Saw, which was...
A la Saw!
And it points out like all of the problems with like all of these like Avenger type things.
Because in the Avengers, how they like it's like different characters with different problems, but they all come together and they gotta solve their own problems within themselves to take care of the greater evil. So he sat here and like pointed out everybody's fucking downfall.
Wow.
It was amazing.
There's one guy who was called Ghost Chains.
Yeah.
His power was he could
to summon ghost trains.
And then this part where he's like they get themselves into this issue they can't solve, and they're like, oh, we need you, Rick. So then he comes, solves the problem, and then Ghost Chains is like, really? I could have just summoned the Ghost Train. And he's like, really? You could have just summoned the Ghost Train? And like he's just making fun of him. That's all he can do is summon Ghost Train. Like, really? Ghost Trains was gonna summon Ghost Trains? Is that what you're gonna do?
That's just funny because he's like, oh, they're like two like Gatling guns, right? Like, and they're like motion sensors. And if you walk by, they shoot you. So they're all hiding. It's like, Rick, we need you. It's like, okay, hold on. He's all fucking drunk and shit, and he like mixes some shit
like a cocktail.
Yeah, like a cocktail, like some like gooey looking fucking. I don't even know.
You gotta understand in Rick and Morty, because they can travel every dimension.
Yeah.
Like, there's stuff that like doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
So
he takes out this like it looks like an anus. I don't know.
I think it was like an eyeball or something.
Or some shit like that.
It could have been an anus.
And he like pours some drops into his eyes. He goes, ugh, now I'm awake. And they're like, how's that gonna help? No, this is just to wake him up. He just like, wait a second. He takes something else out, and it looks like a fucking CD case. And he throws it, and he just rides out, and the thing starts shooting, but it doesn't hit it. It scans what it is, and then it spews out 4 little parts. Those 4 little parts walk up to the gun, clamp to the gun. Like one part clamps, the other part holds onto the part that clamps and goes into the muscle.
Into the barrel, yeah.
And when it shoots, it blows itself up. I'm like, what the fuck? So the whole part where he's pouring shit in his eyes is like completely irrelevant.
Yeah,
it's just like him fucking snorting coke to wake up or some shit. Like, oh my god, bro.
Well, it does sound like it's actually clever.
Oh no, it's
super clever.
if you're, you have to watch it. Like,
And
especially
you gotta respect the other movies. You gotta know about the other
right.
movies.
That's the thing. Especially if you love like the 80s, 90s, like that they go into all of this.
Yeah.
The whole thing is basically based off of like
Back to the Future.
Doc Brown and Marty.
Oh yeah.
Like it's clearly just making fun of them. But 88.8 miles per hour. So that whole it's all parodies basically. But if you watch it, don't base it off the first episode. I feel like the first episode was like really like silly and like
It doesn't come. It comes on like it doesn't come on.
it was the
Netflix,
pilot,
right?
so it was like don't base it off the first
catch
episode.
Is that the one where he Cronenberg everyone?
No.
What's your? No. What? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm
the
pretty
first
sure.
episode.
Yeah.
Doesn't he walk in like Morty? Come on, Morty. Oh no, that's the one where he sticks the things up his ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which was, I mean, it's a funny episode, but like from there it just goes up and up and up and up. Like it's and there's so much into it. Like you think it's just like, oh, you watch it, but no, like there's so much that you can there's all this backstory and like they build this whole world and it's so many dimensions. So it's like all intertwined and it's very smart the way they do it. But at the same time, really, really stupid. But like, funny stupid. The way they weave everything in together.
Like I hear a lot of people talking about it. I mean, it's popular, man.
Yeah, it is.
Very, very popular.
And
It's like
it
everywhere.
gets you into places where it's like, you don't think this show would make you do, but it makes you feel like some type of way sometimes. Like it like pulls with your emotions and shit. Like, but at the same time, like he's trying to figure out how to steal these beans, and he has to shove them into his nephew's son's ass to get through galactic customs. But at the same time, in the other spectrum, like, you're like, these things happen where like they actually say some like really philosophical stuff, So that's why I love the show, and again, all of the
I can't
references
get to it. I
are
mean,
just amazing.
I mean, it's gonna be a while because I gotta watch.
It's only three seasons.
You got the first two
They're
seasons.
like they're real quick too.
But for whatever reason, the third season now.
Well, because it's on still on, that's just airing now.
Yeah, but who usually has like
But
an extra
not-
episode, right?
Not with everything, like especially if it's like cable, like they'll wait till like couple months or something, and then they'll release them after that.
I know I see it everywhere. Even on my Xbox, I see it like
Yeah,
It's
like Rick and Morty is everywhere right now.
yeah.
Moving right along.
Wait a second. Before we move right along, I love the part when Million Ant-Man and that girl, what's her name?
Something Galactus or
That
Cosmos or
bitch.
something like
Yeah. When they're telling Ghost Chains that they cheat, she was cheating on him. And the only reason she got pregnant by him, and the only reason the baby didn't die was because it was half Million Man and half Dying Star. Was hilarious, bro. Oh man.
There's an episode where Ice-T
Yes.
Ice-T is like the ultimate. What was it called? Like the.
Ultimate beverage?
He comes from this world where it's alphabets.
And
And
it's like a
elements.
Game of Thrones. Oh, and I saw like the behind scene and the commentary on that. They're good. They said they want to, and they were trying to incorporate it, but they wanted to do like the alphabet world be like Game of Thrones. They're gonna do that. So I don't know if they're gonna later on
That would
do an
be awesome.
episode, but yeah, Ice-T
So in his-
was shunned
Right.
and frozen, but he's really
Water. In
tea.
his planet, he's water tea. He came here as iced tea.
Because they froze his
But he's
ass.
literally a tea.
A tea made out of water. Because they're all alphabet.
Once and over the character.
No, somebody else did the Ice-T boy, but they sounded more like Ice-T than Ice-T did.
For real?
Yeah, it was very
wet tea.
Yeah. It was like Fire Cube, Stone, something else. Like it was retarded, bro. It's so funny.
I gotta check it out.
You got to, but you slipping on your pimping, bro.
Only 3 seasons.
Only 3.
Really quick. They're like
So
20
fast.
minutes.
And after Defenders, man. I gotta watch Defenders first. And then, like,
All right. I guess
Which
since
is
you
actually
mentioned- I guess since you mentioned Defenders, let's talk about Defenders.
I'm
we're
binge watching that shit.
recording this, Defenders comes on in
T-minus 5 hours.
4 or 5 hours,
No, it comes.
4.5 hours.
Doesn't it hit midnight?
midnight Pacific time.
It's not like specifically.
It's like 3 hours.
Specifically Pacific.
3 hours and 30 minutes.
Yeah. So
I was gonna binge it at 12, but I guess not.
Yeah, I was too.
by the time this goes up, I'm sure All Day J over there has probably seen the whole thing.
I'm binge watching it. Hey, you work tomorrow?
Yeah,
When you get out, call me. I'll come over and we'll get down on that.
heard.
But yeah, have you guys read any reviews or anything? I kind of stayed away from it. I don't want to.
No, I don't want to look at reviews like that
Stay away
anymore.
from everything lately.
Yeah, I don't want to see
I heard-
any more Batman trailer. I don't want to see anything about Thor. I don't want to see anything about any of these because I'm like, you know what? It's just they're giving away
It's
too much.
getting overboard,
Yeah, they're giving away a little too much. So I want to watch it and ruining the movie for me. Tell you what, I posted something in the chat. I think we should definitely look into it. The Movie Pass. Like I
Yeah, you
said,
did.
$10 a month. Dude, we're gonna watch more movies than that. You know, we got, like I said, Batman and Thor come out like a week after each other.
Like $10 a month for unlimited movies, right?
Huh?
$10 a month for unlimited movies. I think that's what.
Yeah, unlimited movies.
But wasn't AMC against that?
They were against it, but I mean, they still, they still are, but they can't do anything about it. I mean, it still works for AMC.
I kind of guess, but they could probably be losing a lot of money doing that, though, right?
Man, they're gonna lose a lot of money doing that. I mean, it's definitely, look, I can understand why AMC would be mad. I can understand why anybody would be mad about it.
But business is business.
It's not really, because they're gonna put people out of business. I mean, sometimes people go too far, and everybody doesn't. It's good for us.
That's capitalism.
Yeah, but it's gonna put people out of business. You know, like eventually they're gonna stop doing it. So I totally can understand why AMC would be totally against it, because they're definitely. And they say, "Oh, we'll just get money back off the concessions," and I'm like, "That's when movies make their money off the concessions."
Speaking of Netflix, season 3 trailer of Narcos.
Your favorite show.
And by the way, I did finish it, just so y'all know.
You did finish it.
By the way, I was
Finally
almost at the
finished
end.
it.
Y'all didn't let me know, but I was almost at the end anyway. But anyway, here's my view on it. I watched the trailer. It's pretty much going to be about the Cali cartel
Right.
now, and I don't know if it's going to have the same like feel. I'm going to be, you know.
So what you're trying to say is that one might feel like a cab, the other one might feel like a
Oh my god.
just for the record, I actually like the Uber better. That's a fact. But that's besides the point. I don't know if the Cali cartel is gonna have that same
The same.
effect. Yeah, like
Power.
it's Pablo Escobar. It was a great story.
What part of
I've
Colombia
actually
is
been
Pablo
looking
from?
up. I've been looking up. I've been looking up other information about Pablo. I keep looking up more and more. I saw his son did an interview. He was talking about what he does now. He's his own company, but he doesn't give any money back to Medellin because he doesn't want them taking advantage of it. You know, he's totally against what his father stood for. He tries to bring out like good values of what his father did. But as far as Netflix, Narcos, the Cali, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna have the same punch as.
I was trying to do research on the Cali cartel. I didn't really get to finish. I got too coked up. Good cocaine. No.
Here we go.
But yeah, we will see if it is as good as
It could be.
season 1 and 2.
I'm not as thrilled to watch that as I was with Pablo. By the way, I don't know if anybody knows this, but the reporter, she's still alive.
The
The one he was tagging?
Yeah, which they didn't really show him hitting her, but we knew that he was sleeping with her.
Clearly he was.
Yeah,
Hence
but
the reason I said she was tagging.
yeah, and
What the fuck do I
but she's alive, and she's supposed to be coming out with a movie about her because she came. I think she.
Is
came
it
in
called
form.
La Reportera? Airing out dirty laundry?
Yeah. But it's supposed to be good. She's still alive. She looked good, man. She's a nice looking lady even now. But they're gonna come out with her story. And she's gonna tell what happened from her perspective, which will probably be good. You know what I mean? So that's something that I'm probably more interested in that story than I am the Cali cartel.
Right.
But I've not
We'll
seen
see.
it. Yeah.
You might be surprised.
Anybody else have anything about the Cali cartel and Narcos 3?
Nah, I thought
Their
about that.
cocaine's good.
I love the Pablo one.
Yeah,
It's
it was-
great.
All I gotta say
Edge of the
is,
seat television. All right, since we're on the topic of Netflix, did you guys
Oh,
see that
yeah.
Netflix acquired Mark Miller's comics publishing house?
no, I'm not here. I didn't know that.
So, do we know who Mark Miller is?
No.
Mark Miller.
Enlighten us.
I knew a guy named Mark, and he likes drinking Miller.
That is very similar to what this is.
Okay.
Just like Louis, he likes honey.
Um,
I had to do that. I had to do that.
That's a good one.
so, Mark Miller Comics is actually, you may know names such as Kingsman,
Yeah.
Kick-Ass,
Yep.
Wanted.
Yep.
These are all comics by
I always wanted a kick ass.
So, and I'll give it to
Yeah,
you.
but we all like I like the Kings. We all like the Kings.
No, we are too many motherfucking people. I did not.
Yeah.
I like
that's
the
right.
anal sex. I didn't like nothing else.
Okay, no second.
But did you like one?
There was no what?
There was.
Yeah, at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the movie, but
Listen, he walked in through her back door.
So,
I like that guy. I think he's decent.
They should have named that movie Backdoorsman.
so it's
that's a parody of a porno, right?
Back doors men or back doors women.
Your choice.
your choice.
Yeah.
We don't know what. I've never seen your history on your phone, so I can't really say that.
So, according to a statement from Mark Miller on the Miller World forums, the Netflix deal does not include the Kingsman or Kick-Ass properties. Kingsman and Kick-Ass have unique Hollywood deals elsewhere and aren't part of this particular acquisition.
Good.
But those two, fine men are toasting us in spirit from London and California, respectively. So, they won't necessarily have anything to do with Kick-Ass or Kingsman,
That's
but
fine, but like based on
If
like
it's-
if it's anything like those
Right.
movies,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it's Netflix, guaranteed you're gonna have a
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely come up with something good on
it's definitely
Netflix.
something.
Interesting at least.
Mm-hmm.
You saw the Hulu and HBO merging?
I read something about that. Yes.
I think it started yesterday.
Speaking of
Is it-
these
oh, I'm
types
sorry,
of
no.
these, no, hold on. So, let me get to this one.
He's so hurt.
So, it just so happened that right when they acquired or were talked about with acquiring Mark Miller's publishing house, this bomb dropped that
Yeah.
Disney is ending the deal with
Netflix.
Netflix.
Yeah,
So-
because Disney's opening their own shit.
Right,
Yeah.
because they're, of course, what does Disney want?
Straight own streaming service.
Their own streaming service to get more cash.
Of course.
So this is pretty epic from the way I see it, because it's not only just okay, we're taking out the Disney things, whatever, but this is also sending a signal to all the other studios.
Dude.
Hey, you
Stars.
this is where the problem is going to be. Every studio now is going to want to be like,
they
oh,
want their own
we-
streaming
Bro,
service.
Right.
right now Stars has mostly all the Lucas stuff. Like they got Rogue One.
Right.
They got all.
They do?
Yeah, Stars. I can show you my phone. Like Stars has a lot of the Star Wars stuff. So they're about to pull back.
So
on
they got the
Stars.
Force Awakens.
Yeah.
I was
so
like, why isn't that on, like?
well, I'm sure like those were probably deals made prior to. So what happened was when Disney made the deal with Netflix, it was quite a while back ago, and back then like streaming wasn't like nothing as it is now. And then as you see like the past couple of years where the deal finally kicked in, and they actually had movies that came out in theaters straight to like a couple months, and they come straight to Netflix.
They did?
Yeah.
What movie
Yeah.
was that?
There's a few.
Like the first one, I believe the first one I can recall is probably like Jungle Book. Like those
Yeah.
came out like real quick.
Oh yeah.
Rogue One just came out on Netflix.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier,
Winter Soldier,
Avengers,
Avengers. All they had all at one point or another. They had all the Avengers, but they took them out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to look for the Winter Soldier and said the Winter
They
Soldier
got
was on there. But it comes on TV.
Civil War.
Civil War's on there. I see it.
I've seen Civil War for that bitch so many times. Also, what the fuck I even bought it?
So one thing that we were saying, like they're gonna start taking all these other studios are gonna start taking the same approach, and eventually what's gonna happen is that
We're gonna be paying all this
we're
money.
gonna be paying all these subscriptions for all of the different channels,
Yeah.
and basically just end up back like
Where we started from,
like where
with
we
cable.
started with cable,
Yep.
like paying like hundreds of dollars a month to watch all these shows.
I feel like Hulu would probably take a big hit out of that. Like, if our studios consider doing that, and then they do that, Hulu might take the biggest hit. Netflix, I think, is good because they got their own shows or whatever. Hulu, on the other hand, like they're starting to, but they don't have like that. They don't have like that recognition that Netflix has, regarding original series or whatever. Which they have some, but like,
Yeah.
nothing like Netflix.
Ideally, the thing would be to like get as many of them to come together and like create their own like
Yeah.
so that we're not paying like all these different subscriptions. But like we were talking
No, but it
about,
depends. Like, if every studio is going to do like a streaming service, I think it depends on the amount of shows. Also, Disney
Right.
can do it because they have
Yeah,
like
of course.
have an endless
Yeah,
amount.
yeah.
Hulu could do it because they still have like some contracts or whatever with other movies. Hulu's still doing it because they have contracts with other
Well,
networks,
Netflix is
so
going
on
to
and so
end
forth.
that by 2000. Is it 2019?
19, yeah.
Yeah. Then all that stuff's coming off Netflix.
And Hulu already got stars.
Hulu has no Showtime.
Showtime, sorry, you're right. Showtime's.
Well, the smart thing that Netflix, I guess, I mean, they kind of saw this coming. What they started doing, especially you can see it this year, where they're putting a lot of money into like their own like Netflix
Yeah,
the whole
series. There's a new one with Will Smith.
But that's the
Which-
thing, though. That was a good movie, actually. But the thing that I don't like, the new one with Will Smith.
Well,
I
it's
watched it.
the trailer. It's a trailer.
Is it Day something?
I forgot the name of it.
I forgot. We spoke about it.
Yeah, we talked about it.
It looks
Right.
like-
I think that's
Right, that's what it's called.
Yeah. But the thing about Netflix, okay, once you, because when all these other companies are pulling out, all they're gonna have is their own stuff, like the Netflix originals and foreign movies. Like they have so much foreign movies right now. Their foreign movies and indie movies outweigh like good movies.
But I mean, I feel like a lot of the original content like is really, really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Narcos.
No, but I'm saying, but
like-
other than the original content,
I didn't even know
what else have you
Netflix or Narcos is the original Netflix.
watched? Yeah.
Yeah.
Once look, alright, so
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what they're doing. Like they're trying to create more and more content to basically where they reach HBO.
Yeah.
I think they basically reached HBO status by now.
Yeah, they
Where it's
are.
like it's worth paying just to watch the original content.
Yeah.
I mean, because I would pay just to watch Orange.
And honestly, if they're putting in more money, like for example, this movie Bright. Like if you really think about it, this is a full-blown movie starring Will Smith. It's gonna come out on December, and it's gonna come out this day, whatever day it is, and you can watch it right there.
Yeah.
Like this is a movie that's coming out that you can just watch the day that it comes out. So I wouldn't even be surprised if they start putting more money into things like that, and I wouldn't be surprised if they even raise their prices and say like, hey,
That
how
movie-
much would you pay to go see this movie at a theater?
Yeah.
That movie they did, fuck, I forgot the name of it.
Because how much is a movie ticket right now? Like $20?
Damn near
Okay, yeah.
17,
Yeah.
16.
You're paying what, like $10
15 to 20.
for a Netflix subscription for a month?
Yeah.
So I can see them raising the prices and saying, hey,
Once they raise their prices,
I don't think so, because if they, like I said, if they keep pushing out these movies where every month there's like an
But you
original
gotta understand
movie.
one thing. Like, honestly, they got showbox. So if your ass is like, if they raise up the prices, I'll go to showbox. Fuck the bullshit.
But can you watch Netflix original content? now?
Hell yeah, you can watch
And
anything.
the
on
quality
Showbox.
that it is at Netflix?
Yes, 110.
But how long is that going to last?
Showbox has been around for like
Yeah, but Netflix will probably
so
do
far.
what
What
Disney's
was
doing.
4 years. So
Pull
far,
their content out for themselves.
but they're underground. Showbox is underground, so they have everything. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about Showbox, for example, let's say a movie comes out here and in Japan, so they'll bootleg it and they'll put the real movie on. But every time they have a better version of that movie,
They put that on there.
they'll put it on.
They update it.
And they'll keep updating until the movie release, like the CD comes out, it's like a perfect movie. They can just.
But that's what I'm saying. Like if Netflix is putting out this movie Bright, which is a full movie production starring Will Smith, comes out the day of it comes out, you can watch it at the comfort of your house.
Yeah.
If you got Showbox, it comes out the next day. They say it drops the 2nd, the 3rd is on Showbox.
But what I'm saying is, like, you're not paying a movie ticket.
Yeah.
Like, you're paying,
You're not paying shit on Showbox.
even if you pay
either.
$20 a month, that's still not, like, if the one movie comes out a month, you're
It's just
getting,
like what we were talking about the movie pass.
Right.
It pays for itself.
Showbox, if you get Showbox, you watch Rick and Morty like it's Hulu. The next day they got Rick
I
and
never
Morty.
could figure out. They said you could download them on your phone, right? Showbox. How do you do it? You just go to the App Store or whatever.
No, you gotta download it from the internet. You Google it, then it comes up and you download it from there. I had it. Just this new phone I got is a piece of shit.
so since you were talking about Movie Pass, you actually sent us this link on the old WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And it's funny because literally the night of, I think it was.
That's a good show.
AMC.
What?
The night of.
He's crazy.
You never seen that show?
I don't recall it. No, I do not.
That's on HBO. That's a great
Excellent
fucking
show.
show.
Excellent show.
That shit is amazing.
Yeah. I thought everyone had seen it until you told me you hadn't watched it. But it's good.
That show is really fucking good.
But you said the movie pass. I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
So the night of, after you send it, I don't know what's happening right now.
AMC responded.
AMC responds, and AMC threatens legal action against Movie Pass, a subscription-based service for cinema goers. Hours after the company announced it will allow customers to see a movie a day for less than $10 a month. So literally hours after you send us that, this article comes out.
Shit, if you're gonna drink it, give me. I'll take care of that shit
We
real
don't move
quick.
it out of the way.
I'll drink that shit real quick.
Yeah, they were. Look, man. The reason why I actually sent it to the link because I know it's a great deal. I mean, so I knew it, and I was like, man, I thought it was too good to be true. And I'm like, so the fact that AMC is actually responding to it, like, hey, you know, they got to complain about it. I get it, because $10 for unlimited movies a month is unbelievable. Like, they're gonna lose something. They gotta lose it. I mean, if we go to 5 movies, I mean, think about that.
Just one movie.
Yeah, one movie is they're already in a hole.
So this is crazy because I've never heard of this Movie Pass, but apparently
It's been around for a
it was
while.
founded in 2011. Movie
Yeah.
Pass has.
And you read what I read. I thought
Yeah.
I thought it was like something new. Then I looked, and it's been around. I'm like, how come I never heard of it?
But apparently, it just now the pricing.
Oh,
is
they dropped. Yeah, they
Yeah.
dropped it down. I think the owner, was it one of the owners that used to work for Netflix, is now working for that, and he's trying to kind of take that same concept that he had with Netflix over to the Movie Pass thing. And that's
So
like,
who's promoting the movie pass? Is it AMC? Or
No,
no.
it's
Actually, AMC is having an issue with it.
yeah, they're the ones who have an issue with it because. So here, Movie Pass resells the tickets to customers and purchases them at a full price using a MasterCard debit card. It claims it boosts attendance by 111%, and that it is customers buy more concessions. So basically, what they're saying is, hey, so we're selling these tickets cheaper so that more people are going to go to the theaters, making more money for the theaters because they're buying more concessions.
Basically, they're downplaying the price of the ticket because they're going to make so much more money because people are going to buy food in the
So what you're gonna tell me is that,
so they're solely
I'll
trying to
pay-
rely on concessions to make up
which is
for
what movies do anyway.
but are they gonna raise the price of slushies though?
The price
I
of
don't
the
know. Think about it, like
they're
concessions,
jacked up.
like the prices of a concession stand at a movie theater is
It's
fucking
crazy.
great.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because
It's
it's
fucking
like
great.
That's what I'm saying, they're
15
already-
bucks for a small fucking. This is the funny thing. It's like 15 bucks for a small popcorn, but 15.50 for the large one.
But I like
Have you noticed that shit?
I would call it rape, but when we go up there
No,
and buy it, it's
I know.
consensual.
but it's like a double.
So I can't really call it a rape. You can't rape it willingly when you go up there and buy it. Like, I don't want to do it, but I do want to do it. You know, you buy popcorn for 15.
Luckily for me, I got a big booty wife, and she sticks the popcorn packages in her.
Let that be a lesson for you.
Big booty's where it's at.
Next time on the
Every time.
Spooncast,
Every time.
find out how to sneak 2 people in. All you need is a trench coat.
Man, a big booty bitch. I'm joking.
You kids.
One year, me and Andy tried to sneak into the movie theaters, and we got a big trench coat, and I put Andy on my shoulders. That's fun.
One ticket, please.
I think I've seen this on Total Recall.
Bro, true story. Before I learned English, I knew some of my friends here in America, you know what I'm saying, that watched the movie Total Recall, and they would say Total Recall, and they say it so fast that it sounded like to me like they were saying Puerto Rico, and I'm like, there's a movie called Puerto Rico? It's like, what? I want to watch this movie, and years later I found out they were saying Total Recall. I was really upset.
Oh man.
It's like,
I mean, I'm sure there is a movie out there called Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
been looking at
oh, with aliens and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Never know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger is the alien.
I'm in Puerto Rico.
So this was just announced
Get to
today.
the chopper. No, I'm just kidding.
So this was just announced today, or reported on today, that Obi Wan Kenobi is getting his own standalone Star Wars films after the Han Solo
Why?
movie.
Yeah, about that.
Why?
Well, they want
Why
to know
not?
about the Skywalkers. Yeah, it's Obi Wan, man. You want to know what a bad dude he was. I know I'm interested.
I'm not really
Obi-Wan
interested
Kenobi.
in his background. I'm interested in Jabba the Hutt's background.
Hey,
I heard he was a slut.
probably was.
Slug. You must say.
Oh, slug!
Yes.
Yeah.
All of these years,
Drop
just
the
like
T
Puerto
and have
Rico.
the G.
Damn,
Puerto
just
Rico.
like Total Recall.
I don't know about Puerto Rico, but I heard of Puerto Rico. Well, what the hell you talking about?
Shit!
So the only thing I'm not sure, I don't know if you saw the director there.
I saw
talking about
that.
getting it.
Yeah,
Stefan Darley.
yeah.
I'm not really sure who he is. I've never really heard of him.
Me neither, bro.
He apparently, like everything has done, pretty much got an Oscar nomination or something. Yeah, his work. I was reading about him, so apparently his work is pretty good. Not that I'm aware of it, but I mean, if you get nominated every time you do something,
I guess you're doing something right.
yeah, you got to be doing something right. So I think he's probably a good actor, and it hasn't been confirmed that if
Ian
McGregor
McGregor.
is going to play Obi-Wan, but he said he would like to, of course.
Oh yeah, he would love to. I'm sure.
Yeah, and he's not a bad actor, and I think he does a good Obi-Wan. So
I think he was probably the best thing about the prequels.
Actually, yeah, he probably was.
I'm about to say some shit that you guys might chop my head off,
Uh-oh.
but I'm actually kind of over the whole Star Wars shit.
You're not really a Star Wars fan. but
No,
you're
I mean,
like-
that's true, but the Last Hope, the one with Rey.
The Last Hope was the last one.
Sorry, Rogue One was the one with Rey.
Yes.
Okay,
No,
Oh, Force Awakens.
Force Awakens.
okay. Force Awakens. I saw that one. I was like, okay, cool. Blah blah blah. I thought they were starting like a whole new shit, but when it felt like they're backtracking. When they started bringing in Han Solo, they started bringing in Chewbacca and all that shit.
Well,
Okay,
spoiler:
it was
they killed
cool.
Han Solo.
It was cool.
Yeah.
You know, it was a nice
It was the
nod.
end
Han
of the-
Solo's
It was a
dead.
nice
I don't know.
nod.
So
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think they're going in a new
But
direction.
this is the thing though, it's like there's so much shit going in between. So you're gonna go from wherever the fuck the episode 6 ended to out of nowhere. Now this nigga has a Darth son that kills him. You know what I'm saying?
We're going in a new direction.
Man, fuck
tired of
that
the old
shit. Okay, then go in a new direction. Fuck what the fuck happened in the past. Fuck Han Solo. Fuck Luke Skywalker. Fuck Leia
All that is
Skywalker.
actually, all that's a new story.
Yeah, but so if I'm telling a new story, why am I gonna bring somebody else's name in it? Keep that name out your mouth, nigga. This is like in the hood.
They killed them though.
Quiz question.
Quiz question.
Quiz questions. Quiz notes.
You're still saying quiz.
Quiz.
Quick question.
Alright.
So what is
Quiz.
It
Quick
is.
pro
It's
quo.
a quiz. I thought you said quiz question.
Do you know how they got Star Wars?
That's a quiz question.
Yeah.
Why can't they do Hood Wars? And it's like you go to the hood version of the Star Wars
I don't think I like that.
galaxy, and you got the Kryptonians
That was the fifth element.
and the Plutonians.
It was.
And it's like
That was Valerian.
No, bring that up.
I like Valerian.
Yeah, you did.
Please don't say that.
It was better than fucking The Last Hope.
You're on camera. It was not.
It was better than fucking Ursa
So I said,
and her lame acting.
What?
Ursa?
Yeah.
Who are we talking about?
Isn't that the bitch from fucking the Star Wars?
nah, but that's Ursula.
Jin Ursa?
Ursa Zeta?
Huh?
You're talking about Leia?
No, man.
Jin Ursa
What's
from Rogue One.
Oh, Janet. That's the one.
You're so stupid.
Fuck you.
Remind you to self-edit this part out.
He's gonna edit a dunce cap out.
Valerian, I don't know if that movie's better than any movie.
Man, I think Valerian was better than the whole fucking Star Wars saga. I'm over Star Wars. Star Wars to me is beginning to be
I
like
did like the
Star
Jabba
Trek.
the Hutt character that was in Valerian. I really like that
Yeah.
character. I wanted that character
Bro,
to do more.
I saw-
wanted more from that character.
I just want to let you fuckers know one thing. I don't give a shit what the fuck you say about Valerian. Talk all that shit. Great. But don't you fucking talk about Rihanna. I'm not a Rihanna fan, but I feel like she did great. Ask Rihanna's sexy ass. One. Two.
I'm done.
Two.
I'm so done.
Listen,
I'm not done. So,
Rihanna's horrible. Shit, that was a
Listen.
terrible acting
That
job.
was-
listen,
listen.
that was
I love
great.
Rihanna.
Kiss my fucking dick. And on top of that,
That's
that
it.
little
That's
bubble,
all I love Rihanna now.
when she was bubble, or whatever that,
Bubble, yeah.
that shit look cool as fuck, bro.
Just because it looked cool doesn't mean it was good.
Doesn't mean it was good acting.
So what?
Basically,
Little-
basically
Every time you cook, it
basically-
looks good, but I eat it anyway.
That's a
because
lie.
it
You
don't
love my
taste.
risotto.
Love the risotto and Nate Lewis.
Dream of it.
Sometimes it's too lemony. Lemony schnickets.
Yeah, Rihanna. By the way,
That was-
I love Rihanna. Look, and she's not an actor. She tried. She did. She sounded like she was reading from a cue card.
So
She
what?
was not. That was not.
Listen, fuckos, if we could watch a movie with Justin Bieber, we could watch a movie with Rihanna.
What?
The movie was Justin Bieber.
Are you serious?
Yeah, he was in it. He was in it.
Yes, he was in a movie.
I don't think there was like one episode on
I just
Criminal
forgot.
Minds.
I just forgot what movie it was.
Because he hasn't been in a movie.
He was in the movie with Zoolander 2.
So
Yeah, we're going on. Yeah. Yeah,
Listen,
same thing
if-
happened to my grandmother. I remember that.
Your grandmother got murdered
Yeah.
by a model?
Yeah. Same
Listen,
thing my grandmother said.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If they could put Miley Cyrus in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, they could put fucking
Miley
Rihanna.
Cyrus.
And nobody likes Miley Cyrus.
she was just a voice.
Oh, you just.
So was Rihanna at a point?
It was in one of the end credit scenes.
No.
Oh no, she was one of the
At the end, she was one of the Ravagers.
the rabbit. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But she kind of fits that little.
No, she's quiet. Because she likes to have
Look,
electric
put it
things
this
in
way.
every orifice.
Put it this way. I didn't even notice her. So
There you go.
That's what.
There you go.
If I would have told you that was Miley Cyrus, you would have walked up.
listen, if she would have acted the way Rihanna did, look, I like Rihanna, man. She's dope. I mean, everybody.
But you're acting like she's a wrecking ball.
No, that's Miley Cyrus.
She did.
But,
She did remind her of Ball.
Nobody?
I said that's Miley Cyrus. But her acting just wasn't really. I mean, but it's okay. She's not an
She
actor.
wasn't acting. She was stripping. That's the thing. You're looking at her as an actress. We should have looked at her like a stripper.
She was.
But to be in a movie, you have to be an actress, right?
She was acting like a stripper.
And it's, look, the character was supposed to be a
Have
character
you seen it?
whose shift changed.
I can't wait.
Hey, y'all invited me, but
I
I declined.
can't wait till you see this. Please come out soon.
wish I was.
It's gonna be
I wish I was.
I want you to watch Valerian, and I want you to watch Every Part, and then you come back
I
on
don't
the
know,
cast and
man.
talk about
Like,
it.
Just
I was
watch-
interested at first, but then y'all like shitting all over it. Now I'm
No.
already.
Like I said before, y'all
It's
are too many
better
people.
than I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be total trash.
It's them.
I thought it was.
I
Gonna
like
be
the
total
movie
trash.
through and through.
Look the way it looked when it came on. Oh
I
my
like
god! I
it.
was like,
I
oh,
like
this is gonna be
Rihanna.
How long was
dope.
the movie?
Huh?
I think it was like 2 hours.
2 hours.
I don't know. It was-
I don't know, man. Like,
Felt like
to
4
risk
hours.
2 hours of that?
Man, you look. It's time you can never get back.
No,
I always
bro.
think about when I went to go watch Revenge of the Sith.
You wouldn't want to give it back.
Never get
So
back.
I know you don't like it. I know you said it was better than you thought, but you still don't like it.
Yeah, I mean,
You're raving about it.
I like it.
Look,
Let's
I mean,
also
I'm not
keep in
gonna
mind-
remember.
Let's also
When
keep
you
in
watch
mind-
it, he said Rihanna's part was dope. I want you to remember that.
It's dope,
And
it's
when you
good.
watch it, you tell me what you think.
What was her part?
She was just a cabaret dancer. She
No,
was just dancing.
the problem I have with it is that she played a character who's a shapeshifter,
Okay.
who was supposedly, in order to be a shapeshifter, had to be an amazing actress.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Now listen. Let's say I'm a
Talk to him,
shapeshifter. I
man.
shift into you.
Right.
But if I cannot act like you, how am I gonna sell it? Because I could be like,
That's my point.
I'm me.
If you
Then
were
again,
a good
that's you.
actor,
anyway.
So she didn't
So-
sell her transformation, basically.
That
That's what
is
you're
it.
trying to say.
So let's say like
Right.
I look like Andy, but
I just
I
don't like
act
the way
me.
she was saying
No,
it.
I
It
have to
didn't
act
sound
as
natural.
robotic and stiff as him. He's stiffer than my penis when I see Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? So
But that's my point.
I just thought she did. She like the way
I
she
thought-
was reading the
Listen,
script.
I felt
I
she
didn't-
did great. Fuck y'all.
She didn't do great.
Leave
She
Rihanna
did
alone.
Good for not being an actor.
She did good enough.
Yeah, but it wasn't like if you hear it, you're gonna be like, oh my god.
No, you're not. Don't listen to them. You're gonna be like, damn, how many fingers can that fit in your butt? That's how you're gonna say. You know, when she turns to the bubble.
Edit
you're
yourself.
like,
Edit this part out.
So we talked about this last podcast. I believe you brought it up, T. Waynes. That Joss Whedon, was taking over for
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Zack Snyder.
I don't want to talk about
Well, apparently there's rumors going around that he completely changed the ending of the Justice League movie.
That means it's gonna be better.
It's gonna be whack.
Josh,
Why so?
Whedon is no joke.
Why do you think that?
I'm honestly the only up part of Justice
You're talking about Justice League in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Only up part of Justice League, in my opinion, is Flash. That's the only
I didn't
character.
realize Flash was in the Suicide Squad. Did y'all know that?
Yeah.
I never noticed it till the other night. I told you I
What?
fucking fell asleep
Yeah.
on that shit.
He's the one that brings in Boomerang.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang. They show him for like 5 seconds. He goes.
Oh, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Like
But I never noticed it till the other night.
unspoken BBS.
Yeah.
All right.
They caught him on the
Right.
camera just like they caught him getting milk.
It's like, damn, the frames per second on that camera must be insane. That's like 4K HDR.
2019. It's like 2019.
They're living, Batman's
got
living
8K
in
video on
2037 and we're here in 2017.
You gotta catch up.
They got an 8K video on YouTube.
There is 8K videos, yes.
Yeah, the people shooting 8Ks?
No, 8.
Oh, 8K. I didn't say 8K. Like, yeah, I watch 8K videos all the time.
I guess I'll mention this one. Just
Wouldn't it
because-
be 8Q?
No.
No?
Why would it be 8Q?
Why wouldn't it be 8Q?
I'll mention this one since I've been playing Horizon. So they mentioned in E3 the Horizon DLC that was going to be released. They finally gave it a release date, which is November 7th.
They also got Horizon Funko
That's-
Pops for anyone who collects Funko
That's
Pops.
the day I gotta go to probation.
Good luck.
You should. No,
I'm not even fucking
forget that.
I'm not even
Let's
fucking.
hope you don't forget
I'm
it.
not even fucking with you.
No, I-
November 7th.
good luck. I meant that.
But 4 days before that, it's an amazing game coming out.
Call of Duty.
Did you hear about this rumor about Call of Duty? About there's gonna be Nazis in the game, and they're gonna be like good Nazis, and you can't just go kill all the Nazis.
There's always been Nazis in
I mean, it's
No.
World War One.
And you can't kill them. Like if you kill them,
Two.
you're gonna lower
I
your
was thinking
health or
about-
whatever.
Fuck that! I'm killing
Wonder Woman.
Nazis. I don't care if I die. If I die killing a Nazi, then motherfucker, just
Yeah, they said that. I was
So,
reading that, I'm like,
what is it? Say it.
They said that like you gotta, it's gonna be Nazis like good and like you know what I mean, just doing it fighting because of it's a war or whatever. Which I'm sure there's probably no people that didn't agree with Hitler that were fighting. But they said they put in. I don't know why they put that in the game, but they did.
Why not? They've done
They said
everything.
it's gonna be. They said it's gonna be fun. People like.
They did World at War. I think that was World War II as well.
I want to say yes.
And
But what are you saying that it's going to be like? Is it not historically accurate?
for the most part, they mostly like they're
I don't-
historically accurate, but they'll make up a story on it. For example,
No, but I'm saying like the part he's talking about. Like, you think there's maybe a part because it's not historically accurate?
I would say that there's probably were people that were fighting for Hitler that probably didn't agree with him.
Sure.
no, there's a whole bunch of people. I've heard accounts of Nazis that were helping out the Jewish people.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I'm saying?
Hiding people.
Yeah, I mean, it comes all back to the same thing. Like a lot of these discussions are had with Star Wars with the dark side, whereas like they show.
So,
like,
are you comparing Nazis
Yes.
to?
Yeah.
Okay.
basically?
I could definitely see Darth Vader and Hitler one of
That's
the same.
basically what it is.
But he hated black people, so how would Darth Vader be black? Wouldn't he be
Who
white?
hated black people?
I don't know, but did James Earl Jones voicing Darth Vader?
I don't know.
He's double black. Because James Earl Jones is one of the blackest nigga I know, and I'm proud of that.
Okay.
And the Force.
And I liked him in Conan.
And he was a great Mufasa.
He was a great
Just want to put that out there. All right, guys, that's the end of the list. I mean, this I'll save for next time. You wanted to talk about
Jumanji.
which one of the topics I had on here is why are all these reboots comedies?
Why are all the reboots comedies?
And you'll
though?
find out
Yeah,
next
see?
episode. Next episode. You got shot too many times
I used
already.
to hate that about a fucking Dragon Ball Z.
Oh my god, that was
That I like
Dragon
it.
Ball Z was like 90% hype.
Yeah. It'll be 3 episodes of.
But the payoff was good though. The payoff was good.
Was it?
I believe so.
6 episodes in?
Listen, bro.
I mean, I watched the entire Dragon Ball Z series.
Nobody could give me back the Cell Saga. Nobody could give that time back to me.
So solid for you though.
I don't know about that.
I don't
You
know.
know.
But I feel like the issues could have been resolved in that saga.
Nobody
Within
can
20
give back to me the
20
Nappa
minutes.
Saga.
That saga was
That motherfucker about to kick this nigga, and what does he do? He turns him into a frog.
extension of this episode.
Wow.
Did you guys ever watch was it Zoids?
You enjoyed it, yeah. I
Zoids,
watched
right?
it. Like a zero? Yeah.
Why did that show end?
I'm not sure.
It's called Zoids.
Zoids, that's what I said.
Why would he want to go on? Is my question. Dude,
No, but no, it was really good though. Like,
was, like,
to
I
me, it
was
was an
really-
alternative to Gundam.
Yes, it
alright,
was
listen
better
to this
than
shit
that.
right here. They're remaking everything,
Yeah, it'll be episode.
but they're not remaking the good shit. I will give a left nut, bro, and I'm like this with my nuts. I will give a left nut to see a remake, like live action, good remake of Silverhawks. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thundercats, but not the fucking remake bullshit that
Live
they,
action?
Yeah, live action. But
Oh,
they did remake the cartoons, which was retarded and
It was
ugly.
different, yeah.
It's so
Yeah.
not right. Okay, I would love to see a good remake of that shit. I would love to see a remake of Lone Star.
Lone Star.
You remember that?
Of course.
Lone Star was the shit when I was
No,
a
I mean
kid.
it could have been Brave Star.
Brave Star. You're right. Brave
Brave
Star.
Star.
Lone Star was the guy's name, but it's Brave Star.
No, wasn't Lone Star the name of the guy from Spaceballs?
Yeah, it was. It was.
No.
And then another one
Yeah.
that this cartoon not a lot of people know about, and I was really surprised. It's called Tiger Sharks. You guys?
Tiger Shark. I remember Street Sharks.
No. Tiger Sharks.
Tiger Shark.
It was like some scientists that they live underwater, and then they had this pool
I feel like you told me about
that
this.
they would hop in and like turn to like morph into like half
Pool
animals.
underwater.
No, they're in an underwater dome, like underwater lab.
Oh, okay.
Like,
You know what I'm saying? And then inside the underwater lab, they had like a pool that opened up and you can go into the sea. Like you hop in the pool.
That sounds like the plot from the shark movie with LL Cool J.
Deep Blue Sea?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much that?
Minus the killing sharks
Got it.
and LL Cool J.
So what does sharks have to do with it?
Because they all turn, it's called tiger shark because they all turn into like a different animal, and the head guy turns into a shark. A tiger shark.
You know what I would like? You know what I would like them to remake?
Huh.
There was this cartoon called Visionaries. It was really good. They had like whatever animal was on their chest, They would run, and they would turn into the animal. And
Sounds familiar.
it's called Visionaries, but I'm not.
Send me that link later on.
You remember those books called Animorphs?
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
Yeah. They had a in the 80s. They had a show like that. I forgot what it was
I
called.
want to say.
Fuck,
Vision, man. I remember the song.
I remember Beetleborgs.
my kids loved that. I was surprised that my kids really loved Beetleborgs.
That sounds familiar.
It's almost like Power Rangers, but it's like
Oh, yeah.
Oh, are you serious? It's like a gayer version of the VR Troopers. And VR Troopers were gay as shit already.
VR Troopers.
You don't remember VR
Oh
Troopers?
my god.
I don't know about that. I didn't see it.
There was another one with a guy with a bug. What was his name?
With a bug?
Yeah, they had a motorcycle that turned to a chopper. Shit, I forgot that guy's name.
Silverhawks. God,
I love Silverhawks. I used to love
I
Silverhawks.
totally forgot.
There was another cartoon which they were birds, but I forgot the name of those cartoons. They had like the helmet. They kind of like, oh man. Nah, there were so
Were
many.
they bird people?
They were bird. They actually looked like bird person, like Phoenix
That's probably what
person.
they probably pasted off of that.
Yeah, and now that you said that, yeah, they did. Because they looked pretty much identical to fucking bird person. Like, I shit you not.
Bird person's a
Bro,
character.
there's so many
They were-
80s cartoons that
Oh,
were
no, 80s.
so good.
Which one was I remember we were talking about it not too long ago, which was Mighty no
Mighty
something
Morphin Power Rangers?
no something Max. Mighty Max?
Mighty Max.
I remember that.
I just saw like the first 2 seasons that come with
How was that?
Amazing. I love Mighty Max, bro. Like, I love Mighty
Damn, it
Max.
was only on. It was only on for one season.
What?
13 episodes. Visionaries. It was dope.
Send me that
Of course,
link. 'cause
Hasbro.
I'll binge watch that shit tonight. I think get
Oh,
some
because the
pro
cartoons didn't sell. They sold.
Remember, you gotta binge watch Defenders.
Yeah, but it's not coming out for another 3 hours.
It sure ain't.
Listen, this show was good, man. Why is this not?
Bro, there's so many good shows in the 80s, bro. That they
Because
could-
they were creative. They had
yeah. Now, because they're all on fucking LSD. Somebody should bring back LSD. D.
Yeah, some of the shit I don't know how.
Can somebody bring back some fucking good ass drugs?
Hashtag bring back LSD.
Hashtag.
I don't know, whatever they were on, man. I would, you know, I want to get some
Find-
good,
we
I want to
should
get some
find
good
out.
quality out of this.
Listen, bro. Next podcast, I'm gonna bring some Kool-Aid. Don't drink it.
I'm not. I'm gonna drink Kool-Aid.
Thanks for watching. Follow us on IG. Link will be down here. Spoon_fools. As always.
Please like.
Share.
And subscribe.
Oh, that was very nice.
Motherfucker.
And you just ruined it.
Keep that shit.
Penis!
You can always edit it out.
You can never
You
edit
can
a
always
penis out.
edit
Woohoo!